I'm good to
Right.
start. Yeah.
Hey guys, thank you so much for coming today. My name is Derek, and today we're very happy to have Chan Hon, a community member of ours, super sporting, super enthusiastic, and he's a student of ours at Hacker Collective. He's one of our newest batch students, and it's really nice of him to take this time out and share his journey in this with all of you guys. So he's a parametric designer by trade, and he constantly shares about his passion on combining tech with architecture and how he really wants to grow parametric design in Malaysia, which he will share in a bit. So he's currently working as a full-time freelancer by combining his architectural knowledge and tech knowledge to build parametric designs, which basically, for laymen like us, we can see it like creating alien-like designs, for his clients. But he'll explain more later. So yeah, so here's the agenda for today, right? We're gonna talk about, a little bit about what this self-taught series thing is. Then we're gonna dive straight into who Chan Hon is, what he does, and his journey in architecture. What is parametric design? How did he start freelancing? How did he land his client? Project walkthrough. He's going to talk about one of his projects that he did in uni, I think, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then we're going to do a little Q&A session, but you guys can just feel free to drop your questions anytime you want to in the comment section. And hey, Sean, nice to have you here with us, Sean. Thank you for taking your time here to check this out. Yeah, so yeah, before we proceed, right, what is the self-taught series? Self-taught series is something that I've been thinking, for a while now. It's basically for me to take inspiration from people who's either journeying in the self-taught adventure or self-taught individuals who have made it in the industry. So instead of saving all this knowledge, because I talk to people all the time, right? And I definitely can see that self-taught is the way to go, but many people are still not aware of that, especially so in Malaysia. So instead of saving all this knowledge that I've gained, I'm super motivated myself because I know it's possible, but a lot of people don't know. So instead of saving this knowledge to myself, I want to share this story, share these successful people or people who have done it, share their stories on how they got real skills without paying a hefty sum. And I want all these speakers to really inspire more people and add value and show people that it can be done. All right. So I think that's all on my end. Chan Hon,
Yeah.
maybe start by introducing
Yeah.
yourself.
Hi. Yeah. So my name is Chan Hon. Everyone. Hi. Thank you for joining me and Derek in this Hacker Collective talk. So thank you for inviting Derek. This is a good opportunity for me to share like what I'm doing for the past 2 years after I came back from Germany. So yeah, I think let's start
Yeah.
by
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Go on.
yeah.
Go on. Sorry.
So let's start by introducing myself, like my journey first. So I studied in Taylor's University. So during that period of 4 years, okay, I'm doing architecture. I'm studying Bachelor's of Architecture, Bachelor of Science. So that's when I found out there's actually parametric architecture, and I developed my interest in this thing. Then after that, after I graduated, I went to Germany. I went to Germany to further my studies, and that's where I really pursue my parametric architecture. And I got my whole knowledge from Germany. And after that, I came back and starting to plan out something for the young generations to introduce what's parametric architecture. So yeah.
Hey, so why didn't you continue staying in Germany?
That's a good question. I mean, staying in Germany is one option, but I would say family, family and friends are here. So I mean, of course, I did some internship, with my seniors, doing some coding and stuff like that. Then before that, then after that, I came back. So I'm just thinking, why not, bring what I have studied to Malaysia, like introduce it to everyone that has not been exposed to this knowledge, I would say. Yeah.
That's very, very nice of you. Is parametric okay? Before we go into talking about what exactly is parametric design,
Yeah.
just wondering, is it a big thing in Germany already, or and is industry standards, people in the industry, are they already using it?
Okay, I think everyone is using it right now, for everyone for the whole world, I would say. Okay, so I mean, I think just Malaysia, I mean, based on Malaysia alone, there's actually two firms that I know that are starting to use like these things, these tools to do their architecture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, I mean, everyone are stepping up, you know, because parametric is a tool for them to, you know, do more stuff, like a more flexible stuff. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So maybe you can share with us what is parametric design? What exactly does it mean?
Okay, so what is parametric design? Okay, first I would like to clarify this parametric thing is because that you know, everyone got a different opinion about what is parametric architecture. I mean, to myself, I think that parametric architecture is a design based on algorithmic thinking, and it's defined by a set of parameters and a set of rules so that we can adapt, because throughout the whole design process of architecture, we constantly, you know, having changes and evaluation. All these changes are, you know, slowing down our process in building a final design. So parametric is actually a tool to help us to do these things efficiently, you know, adapt to the changes that we make by the rules that have been set. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Hey, actually,
what parametric is.
hey, that sounds cool, but
Mm-hmm.
for someone who doesn't know, you know, what it is,
Yep.
because I was thinking we can share the project by the end of this session,
Yes,
but
yes,
I think
correct.
it's maybe a better idea if you just share your project now. Just share just
Yep,
one
yep,
picture
yep,
so we get an idea.
yep. No worries. Let's see.
Yeah, just share out, you know, a screen of it so people can see what it means.
Mm-hmm. Can you guys see?
Yes. Wow. Very okay. Just maybe keep one scene on and then we can continue talking. So at
Yes,
least people
yes.
parametric design.
Yep. Sorry, I kind of missed your question.
Oh, sorry. Is my connection breaking off? Is this an example of a parametric design?
Yes, this is an example of parametric design that I did in Germany. This is one of my
In Germany.
project for my semester. It's one
Wow.
of my thesis project.
Okay, what exactly is this thing? Just this page.
Okay, so this thing is a space project. I mean, basically during the semester, the whole project brief is, you know, build a colony in outer space. So we have to study like, you know, where we have to build, where to build it, you know, why do we go to this planet and start building our colony, and what does it help? So basically we are kind of like doing a storyline, and we are trying to bring in architecture into this whole storyline. So yeah, that's what's the project about. So because as you know that, I mean, Elon Musk has invested a big sum of money into building a colony in Mars right now. So a lot of architecture firms that I know is actually pitching Elon Musk about, you know, building space projects. So I mean, uh, a lot of my batch mates, I mean, a lot of my course mates now, they are doing this project in overseas, and I mean, their firms are actually pitching these things to Elon Musk. So yeah, I mean, this is what we have studied, and we are trying. I mean, they are trying to do this in real life.
Cool. This thing seems very, you know, as we mentioned, alien-like, right?
Yes,
So,
correct.
and you mentioned you started freelancing. So how do you use these skills to freelance?
Okay, how do I use these skills to freelance? This is a very good question. Okay, so far I would say, you know, when a client wants a more special design, for example, a wall, you know, a feature wall.
Mm.
Okay, so I would use this to use parametric to design something out, or design a feature wall. It's a very, you know, alien, fluid design that has not been, you know, seen in everywhere else. So yeah, I mean, this is how I use my skills now for this. But yeah, I mean, me and my team are trying to push this to the next boundary, and, you know, create a pavilion for the public space to let people know that, you know, actually these are considered architecture as well.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. Honestly, when I think of architecture, I would have never thought of this. When I think of architecture, I thought of drawing, you know, lines and buildings and 3D
Correct.
models, you know. But this
Correct.
is really cool. And so where would you? Because you know, it seems like most of your education came from uni, came from, you know, your experience in Taylor,
Correct.
experience in, you know, in Germany, which is great. But where does the self-taught aspect come from?
Okay. The self-taught aspect comes from, you know, during Taylor's, they actually don't teach us all these tools, you know, all this parametric design, because I think for Malaysian education system is kind of more to the traditional architecture side, you know, so we actually don't use like this kind of tools. So when I first approach these things is when I do some research and I say, hey, so wow, like, you know, this building, why is it so alien? Like, how do they do that? You know, I mean, because yeah, I mean, this is how what intrigued me and attracted me into parametric design. So after I see like, wow, actually architecture can do this kind of thing. So I start to research, you know, what tools are used to build these things, you know, what kind of skill set that I need to actually do and form this kind of like image.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I got you right, you went to uni, but you learned a bunch of stuff that you may not be as interested in. Then you
Correct.
started coming across on Google or maybe online or somewhere. You came across this kind of super, you know, like very
Yeah.
futuristic alienish
Yes.
design, and you're
Yes.
like, hey,
Correct.
I'm an architecture student, but I have no idea how to do this. So how do
Yeah.
I do this? So you went on Google and you found out, you know, certain. Can you share
Yes.
what are the tools that you use to build something? Just the name of it.
Yep. The one of the tools that one of the most basic tools are actually Rhino. Rhino.
Right.
Rhino 3D tool. So it's a very flexible 3D modeling tool. Then inside it, there's a plugin called Grasshopper. So actually, Grasshopper is it's a tool that, you know, that can give that design everything based on those plugs. So every plug, there's a parameter and rules inside it. So you just plug in and plug that, you know, and boom,
Very nice. Hey,
that's a design.
I think, you know, maybe we should have a session soon in the
Yes,
coming future where you show us how you use this, because right now it's still a bit vague in my head.
correct.
And
Definitely,
I'm sure
definitely.
if you show it visually, it's gonna be a lot clearer.
Correct.
But cool. Okay, so do you mind sharing with us how do you venture into freelancing? From you came back from Germany, you
Mhm.
worked in a company for a few years, right? Like 2 years, right? Or 1 year?
Actually, I came back, then I started just freelancing
Oh,
all the
damn.
way.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I have another question. Do you not have imposter syndrome? Coming back, you don't have work experience. Do you know what's imposter syndrome?
Yeah. Actually, no. I mean, coming back, I know that this is the risk that I need to take in order to pursue my dream and in order to bring this thing that I learned in Germany to the next level. Yeah, so it's actually, I don't have any syndromes. I got nothing to lose anyways. I'm still young.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, like so you just know that this is the future and you're not
Yes.
concerned that you're young.
Correct.
Okay, that's awesome of you.
Correct.
That's cool, man. But
Correct.
because I realized one thing very common among self-taught people
Mm-hmm.
is that we tend to have imposter syndromes, especially when we start working on paid projects. So
Correct.
how do you
Mm.
land your, if you don't mind sharing with us, how do you land your first client as a, you know, since, you know, from with no background or anything, how do you actually go and get something like this?
Actually, the first project that I got introduced by one of my friends'
Okay.
parents. So, you know, they just say they just admire like what I've done during the past years, and they are just trying to help me out. So yeah, through introduction, I would say.
True introduction.
Yes.
And then from there, I assume from there it just slowly kicked off, you know,
Correct.
friends of friends of friends.
Correct. Correct. Yes.
Do you get any online gigs like do you get any online projects like sorry, am I lagging off? Hello? Am I lagging off?
No, no, no. You're fine. You're
Oh
fine.
no, yeah, my question is, do you get any online gigs like maybe like on freelancing websites, or is it all through word of mouth?
All for now, all through introductions.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow, that's
correct.
okay, cool. So I think would be, how is an average day like for you? A typical day?
A typical day, like I wake up, I wake up at 9 to 10 a.m. Then I reply all my emails and I started to go for site meetings, supervise some sites. And after that, after during evening, I come back, I study, I mean, I'm just trying to study something, like for example, coding and stuff, you know, just to try to brush up myself. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what my daily life is.
Very nice. So there's no, there's no, you're not tied down to a physical space like 9 to 5 lah.
Yeah,
You
no.
quite remote lah. Would
Yes,
you say
quite remote.
like anywhere?
Yes, I would say I'm quite remote and flexible in timing right now. It's just that, you know, there are projects running. That's the only time frame I need to allocate for, like for site meetings, site supervising, you know, meeting clients, having meetings. Yeah, that's about it.
So share, why did you decide to learn coding, and why did you decide to join us at Hacker Collective to learn up coding?
Okay, so what got me interested into coding is actually I would like to study more on data science. Like I first discussed with you for the our very first meeting. So yeah, I mean, I would like to study more on, you know, human behavior, like their circulation path, you know, where do they walk from, where do they walk to, what actually caught their eye. You know, all these are actually helping me to further my research in, you know, parametric design in terms of optimizing a spatial design and spatial experience for the users. For example, like when you go to a gallery, okay, when you go to a gallery, you know, there are some artworks that are more intriguing and some artworks are more provocative and stuff like that. So they got different type of artwork. And what space do I need to put in this artwork too? You know, how to put, do I put this in a very darker room? Do I put this in a brighter room? And all this will affect spatial, user's spatial experience. So from this, like coding and parametric actually help us to determine these things efficiently.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know, if someone were to tell you, hey, Chan-Hon, this is great, this is cool, but you know, I would like to learn up architecture myself. Well, is there any, you know, apps or any resources? Is that like a step-by-step guide, or is there like a whole resource library that someone refer to actually build their career out of it?
I would say to study architecture is something actually you need to go to school and learn from, because I think that architecture is something being passed down since the olden days, since very early era. So I would say that every students need to go through the history and that what have been changed, the history lesson, like what fundamentals of architecture is. But if you're interested in doing, like, you know, parametric architecture, I would say that first learn what actually architecture is, then only you dive into, you know, what can be optimized based on the set of knowledge that have been passed down. So parametric is actually just a tool for us to, you know, further our research and things. So I would say there are a lot of tutorials and workshops online.
Okay.
So everything can be searched in YouTube. And actually, one of the community that is quite active is called Grasshopper community. I would say I think Grasshopper 3D community. That's where everyone from all over the world sharing their stuff in this platform, like share their parametric scripts and stuff like that. Yeah, what have they designed? So from
Okay,
there,
to sum it up, if I'm a beginner and I want to learn a parametric design,
yeah,
I go to Google, I type in Grasshopper plugin, I
yes,
type in
correct,
Rhino 3D model, I type in
correct,
parametric design Rhino tutorial, something like that.
correct.
And how can I gain, okay, not mastery, but how can I build up something good enough for me to practice my skills for me to be good enough to maybe land clients? What's the step like?
This is a tricky question, I would say, because I would say that it's not easy to learn. It's not easy to learn, definitely not easy to learn. You need a basic set of knowledge on what architecture is first. Then only you really know like what are the rules and parameters that you need to set for these tools.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if someone were to be interested and want to learn from you, how can they reach out to you? Or because you mentioned starting some community, right?
Yeah. So actually, me and my team, two of my friends, their name is Ben and Jeff. I think I will introduce them next week if we have another session, a more in-depth session. So three of us are actually trying to bring this to more educational level. As in, we are trying to build up a project, a real-life project, and after we have that project, we will reach out to any participants that are interested in joining us, to build up this whole project. And from there, they will learn how to build these things. What are the spatial design they need to look out for? How to set the rules? How to set the parameters? And yeah, all this stuff. So yeah, three of us are actually planning this thing. So I think we will announce it to everyone that are interested when the time comes.
Okay, there's no name yet lah.
Yes, there's no name yet, correct. It's still in a planning stage.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to share it with you guys at Hacker Collective when he links me up, when you guys are ready to start your operations in this thing.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So let me see if I have any other questions. What are your dreams and goals for the future? You said you were, freelancing and bringing parametric design into Malaysia. But what is some measurable goal? Let's say 5 years from now. What is there like a goal, a dream that you want to achieve?
Okay, actually, my dream is just to let the architecture industry in Malaysia to acknowledge that parametric is something that we can use. Okay, something that we can do our work efficiently, because from what I've experienced throughout these past 2 years, actually architects in Malaysia, they are quite opposed to what parametric is. They would think that parametric is actually a cult that going against their thinking of architecture.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's a lot of debate, like, if we design architecture using algorithm and parameters and codes, it's not human-like anymore. Because to us architects, every architecture actually have a soul, We put in our soul, we put in our time into this, so that building is life, It's a life of its own, I would say. So when we use algorithms, codes and stuff, and AI, for example, to build an architecture, it is still architecture. There's a lot of debates regarding this issue. So to me, actually parametric is just a tool for us, to do work efficiently, for us to adapt to changes that we want. So yeah, I would like, my goal is just to let everyone know that parametric is something that we can control. It's not we are being controlled by the tools, Yeah, cool. That's actually just my goal, for people to understand more.
Okay, cool. I think that's a decent, and it's very similar to what we do, breaking the norms, breaking status people friendly. So yeah, I think actually to us, it's more like I want to really, I'm really more interested to take a look at your project that you share.
Okay, cool.
You know, for people watching, feel free to drop in any questions that you have.
Okay.
Hey, Hon, yeah, did I break off?
No, I quite clear. Am I breaking off?
No, I think I broke off a bit, but I think I'm saying if anyone has any questions, feel free to drop it in the comment section.
All right.
I'll try to help you out. But yeah, Hon, maybe let's proceed to the project sharing part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so project sharing part. I mean, this is one of the project that I did during my master's program. It's one of a semester. It's actually a partnering up project. So I have actually a partner doing this with me. I mean, if he's watching this, his name is Matthew. I'm not sure if he's watching this. So yeah, I mean, me and Matthew actually did this because in this short span of time, we actually struggle a lot to achieve what we have done for this project. So yeah, this is the project that I would like to show everyone that this is one of the first step that I actually indulged myself in parametric design.
Oh, before we proceed,
Yep.
So the tools used for this is Rhino 3D tool, Grasshopper. Anything else? I just want to drop it in.
And there's a lot of other programs.
Oh, a lot.
There's like processing because it's actually a research project. So we actually need to use a lot of tools to achieve different kind of results that we need to get.
Okay. Hey, actually, is it possible later after this call, right? You just go to this live video on our page and you just drop in the tools that you use.
Yes. Of course.
Refer to it. Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a space project that we have did. So the project brief is, after 100 years, I mean, not to say 100 years, 100 years or 1 century, 1 millennium later, Earth is starting to collapse. And people need to migrate to other space. I mean, outer space to continue their living. Okay, continue the humanity. So we are trying to build a colony in outer space for the human to survive. But due to the harsh environment in the space, what can be done? So this is one of the research project that I did. Actually, for me and my partner Matthew, we actually thought about this. So like I said, it's a storyline. Yeah, it's a storyline that we have to build. Then after that, for the humanity to escape from Earth that are collapsing. So this research project of mine is actually, before human leave Earth, what resources that need in order to build this gigantic ark, I would say, an ark to fly off Earth. So my project is based on finding materials from outer space, because Earth has the resources in Earth is already depleted. So we need to find materials from outer space. So we did our research in Venus. So Venus actually, okay, let me share this screen. So Venus actually they are full of this resource called what is it called again? Called basalt. This material called basalt is actually, as everyone knows, that Iron Man, the Iron Man suit are actually made out of basalt. This material is a very flexible metal alloy form. So Venus is full of it. So we are trying to go to Venus and take out the material, bring it back to Malaysia to build this giant ark. So this is the research.
Sorry. So Malaysia, the Earth is going to end.
Yes, correct.
So
yes,
you want to go to Venus to take in this basalt thing,
yes,
bring it back to Malaysia to build what again?
Build a giant ark for the humans to escape.
Or build an ark for
humans. Build a spaceship, I would say.
For humans to escape.
Yes,
To where?
to somewhere else,
Okay.
to maybe a planet that has been found in a billion light years ahead. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, that's the whole storyline that my professor gave us. So we have to do something regarding this whole thing. So yeah, I mean, from there we explore on architecture, like, you know, what are the colonies? Like, for example, this is one of the colony, and this is another one. I'm not sure if you guys can see. Hope you guys can see. So basically, we got a mission, leaving Earth, pinpoint location for landing, terrain scanning, settlement established, mining initiated, then deplete resources, shifting position, and transport back to the Earth, like what I said just now. So from there, we also design a colony for the mining group in Venus. So, you know, these are more to architecture, like, you know, we have like this kind of living tree axiom and semi-lattice. And for us, we kind of like go down to this receptacle city. We call it a receptacle city. So everything, the whole colony will be based on this building that we have, this habitat that we have built in Venus. And as human needs, this colony will grow. It's like a living organism. So it will grow according what human needs during the time being in Venus. So that's the whole project, whole research about this project. So from there, we have like physical experiment, you know, based on the weather in Venus, like the harsh temperature, the, you know, their where are the resources at, you know, this kind of thing. And based on the very natural environment in Venus, so we study that, and, you know, how to build this up, build a colony based on the research that have been done in that space. Okay, so from there we studied, like, you know, physical experiment, like there's a vortex, there's impact, you know, there's a focal point, there's a spiral force.
Wow.
Yeah, then from there, like
How
what
do you find out about all this environmental information about Venus? Do you Google it or something?
we got this research from NASA actually.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
we emailed them, and yeah, they provide some of the research samples that have been done. So from there, yeah, we continue our project based on that.
But isn't it more like finding out more about Venus? You need to know all this, is it?
Again, come again.
You need to build all this to build the ark, is it? You need to find out about all this information in order.
Yes, we need to find all this information in order for us to build a colony in Venus to get the mining process done. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So from there, you know, of course, NASA already provided us some of the, you know, temperature, like where are the vortex, like the wind vortex in some places, in some of the spots in that planet. And from there, we have derived a lot of different kind of form. I would say a lot of different kind of form, like how would our colony reacts to this natural environment. So, you know, these are one of the 4 examples that have been derived from the parameters and rules that have been set. So, you know, this kind of form, what are the flexibility to it? You know, they got like rigidity, they got volume, elasticity, as in, you know, how would it grow? Like what are the benefits that we gain if we use this kind of form in Venus. So this is a very conceptual stage of design.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah,
Hey,
then
would a architect be doing all this stuff?
No, definitely not.
Oh, right, because
I
it's
mean,
completely
architects in,
understood.
yeah, of course, architects in Malaysia, they are different. They can approach this in a very different kind of way. For example, like, you know, sun analysis. So you got facade design, your, when the sun comes, you know, your facade will close automatically based on how the sun goes. All these are responsive architecture. So basically what we are doing, like what actually helped us to develop responsive architecture is using parametric tools, because that's the most efficient way, that's the most accurate uh, set of rules that we have put into the tools. And this is what generated out. Because no matter how we design, we cannot, you know, we can't actually, you know, go against like what have been shown in one research. Does it make sense to you?
Yeah, makes sense. Yep, yep.
Yep. So yeah, from there, I mean, going back to my project, from there we choose a land plot. Okay, we choose a land plot and we use a digital simulation, like a fluid simulation. So, you know, this is once we have landed in that planet, in the planet, this is the point. Then from there, we know that there's a vortex here, the magnetic field here is strong, there's another vortex here. So how our agents and, you know, our, how to say, our drones, how would they start growing the colony? So these are the path that we have done. So as you can see, these are, it spreads throughout the whole land plot. Then from there, design process started, you know. So from here, it started off like having the light path, having the structures being built. Then from there, you know, all the bones and structures have been done. Then from there, we have like, you know, habitat starting to pop up from each of the cell, how to say, the cell block that that's in between the structures. Then from there, it grows, and finally, this is the habitat that has been formed in that part. So yeah, I mean, from here you can see.
This is cool, but are you going to be sharing us next? Do you think you can share with us how did you do, just one example of this? Maybe, you know, this whole habitat, this yellow color thing here, forming the habitat from scratch. Yeah, maybe just one of the simple is maybe just so we can get a better idea. Maybe next time. Do you think?
Yeah. Because to me, like, because this session is just an introduction stage of what parametric is. Yeah. So next week, I think if we have like the next session, me and my team will explain like how it's been done, and we will show more examples on how on some real life projects, like one of, yeah. So we will share more real life projects instead of like, you know, my master's project, because this is something that we won't do in, you know, in our time right now. But all the studies can be done to, you know, we just change the parameters and the rules to fit in to our real life project. But so far, the rules that have been set on this project is, you know, some future stuff. Yeah. Okay. So from there, you know, there's like point cloud simulations, doing the circulation path, and this is the habitat that we have been formed. So from there, you know, this is the floor plan, and this is the section cut. I'm not sure if you guys can see this. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, this is the habitat. And you can see like humans are living inside the colony. So this is how big the habitat that can grow in one colony. Can you guys see? Yeah. So yeah, this is the whole habitat that have been designed based on the rules and parameters using parametric tools. And this is the form and design that we got. Yeah, I mean, that's about it. If you guys need more in-depth explanation, I would explain to you guys, I mean, in the next session. So yeah, this is, yeah, I mean, yep, this is the thing that have been done.
Dude, honestly, I think this is really, really cool.
It's quite a sci-fi project, I would
Yes, it
say.
is.
Yeah, it's a very sci-fi project. So guys, I mean, if you guys ask me what architecture is, actually this is one of the architecture. Is okay. I mean, majority of the people thinks that architects actually just design and build buildings, but it's not. I would say to my definition is architecture. Architects actually design a spatial. I mean, we design a space. We create a spatial experience for the users, and then only buildings comes in. The facade, everything, the walls, the stairs comes in. So yeah, I mean, this is a purely spatial design project.
Very nice. Hey, thanks for sharing, man. I appreciate it
Yeah,
a lot. I
yeah,
honestly think this is out of the world because I mean, I'm sure a lot of people will agree. So coming from a layman perspective, someone with no architecture or
mm-hmm.
parametric design knowledge, this I cannot even imagine how I'll be able
Yeah,
to design these things. So it's really cool. So
mm-hmm.
most of the tech will be from the tools that you use, like, I assume, right?
Correct,
You're not really
correct.
drawing all this stuff out, right? Are
No,
you?
no,
No,
I
right?
don't. I do. Okay, guys. Let me get this straight, lah. I didn't do anything. I didn't design this. Everything, the whole design here are based on what have been done in that tools. Like for example, I code in this script. Okay, I code in this script like the structures based on and the simulations. Okay, so I get these lines. So all these lines are based on the rules and parameters that have been set into the program, and the whole design are generated out based on that answer.
Yes.
Yeah. So yes, I
Oh,
didn't draw this out. I
yeah.
did model this out, but these models are done based on the parameters and the algorithm, the codes that have been put in.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
Hey, cool, man. So, I would definitely would. I mean, this session is coming to an end, but I would definitely
Yeah.
want to see how you use your tools. I think that's how I
Yes.
can truly understand, and I think a lot of people.
Correct. Correct. I
So
guess.
maybe,
Yep. I
yeah.
guess a lot of people are quite confused right now, like what actually parametric is. I mean, it took me 5 to 6 years to study and research, and I haven't gotten an answer yet. Like
Hey,
what
so how long did you take for this whole project? The three of you,
the two of us,
or two of you?
just two of us. So me and Matthew. Oh wait, I think it's around 2 months to build up this project. But I mean, my professor, he's a very strict guy, but he's one of the best professor I ever met. So he kind of pushed us beyond our limits. So every week we will come out like proposals, proposals on what colony or habitat that have been formed during that week. So every week we have a new design. Every week new design, scrap off, do again, scrap off, do again. Then from there we learn more. Then yeah, after all we came out a final product based on the you know the rejected proposals.
So Matthew is a friend you met in Germany.
Yes, he's a friend I met in Germany. He's actually a Hong Kong, Hong Kongese. Is it Hong Kong?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hong
Hong
Kong.
Kongese. Yeah. So
Okay, okay.
yeah, I mean he's doing pretty well right now. I from what I heard is he's working in one of the parametric firm in Germany, and I
Oh,
think now he went back to Hong Kong.
is there a parametric firm in Malaysia?
No,
No lah.
definitely not. Yes.
Because not enough deals like that. No, not a projects.
I don't think there's any demand right now, like doing this kind of a weird form of architecture. To be honest, I don't think Malaysia has reached that level that need this kind of building yet, because we are still a developing country and we have priorities
Yeah.
to take up first.
Oh,
So
in let's say in Germany or in other developed countries, right?
yeah,
What kind of companies would require this kind of?
okay, you guys can check this out. I mean, the audience can check this out if you are not from architecture background. You guys can check this firm called Zaha Hadid, Zahadid, Zaha Hadid Design Firm. He's the pioneer of what parametric architecture is. I think I can stop sharing this screen.
Okay. Yeah, I'm taking a look at this Zaha Hadid.
Yeah, maybe you can share your screen, you know, to show the audience.
I'll just no, my connection is a bit off now, so I'm just going
Okay.
to share the name and the links. And yeah,
Yep.
it would be nice also later if you can just drop in your comment on this video.
Yes,
later.
yes.
Drop
Yep,
in the tools you
definitely.
use for the project, and also this Zaha Hadid thing. You can link her up.
Yeah.
So when you're ready to share your community with us, you can link it anywhere. Let me know. Just let me know.
I can shout.
Yeah.
All right, no problem.
So
no problem.
I'm really looking forward to our next call. I really want to see how you are. You gonna be inviting Matthew on board or someone else?
I'll invite two of my friends that in Malaysia right now that are planning this thing that I've been talking about.
Okay.
So yeah, I will invite them. Then I think from there I will introduce them so everyone knows that we are doing this kind of thing. Feel free to approach us.
So next week, if you do a project overview on how you use your tools like Grasshopper and Rhino, right? You're going to be walking through those, but it's not going to be for this alien-like project anymore. It's going to be for your current project that you're doing.
Correct. Definitely.
The current project is not going to be alien-like designs.
It will be alien-like design. It's just a more toned down and it is achievable. I would say it's achievable in our
parameters lah.
Yeah, parameters.
Okay, I kind of get your idea already. Thanks for sharing. Honestly, I learned a lot from this. So the one that you're using is you're still using parametric design, but it's capped at what we can achieve.
Correct. Yes.
We have here the land, the space that we have, and all that stuff.
Correct. So yeah, we will bring down the level. I mean, we will bring it down the level, so everyone can participate and understand more what parametric is.
Cool, man. Okay, hey, dude, I honestly learned a lot from this session. Thanks for sharing. Is there anything you want to share with anything else that I didn't ask that you would like to share with people, like a closing note?
Yeah, I mean, okay, let's say this. I would say, like, we architects are doing our job in terms of, like, building buildings and things like that, but there are architects like me and my friends. We are focusing more on spatial design and spatial experiences that we can bring by using tech, by combining tech together, because we actually think that this is the future. So feel free to join us or in any of our sessions, or approach us after I introduce them next week. Yeah, I mean, this is what I want to say to you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think a closing question from me is, if you could go back in time and do something differently, what would you do? Can be anything.
What would I do? Interesting.
Or you're very happy with everything. You're not gonna change a single thing.
I would stay back in Germany and get more experiences, because after I come back, I don't think I can I'm not exposed to this kind of
opportunities. And
correct.
Also, if you were in Germany, okay, for example, you would think that you will have more opportunities to use these tools and monetize it. Maybe
correct.
Companies like Zaha Hadid and all that.
Yes, because no matter what I can use what I've learned, use this knowledge in a real life project. It's a totally different thing, totally different approach, I would say.
Yep. Understandable. I'm right now, like, I'm not, I can't share my screen now, but I'm just looking at Zaha Hadid's design, and they honestly look very. Maybe can you share your screen if you don't mind?
Yes.
Just a quick one. I'm looking at the architectures that came out. Well, it's really very futuristic. And I think this is cool. This is the future of architecture, man.
Yeah. Wait. Let me share my screen. Okay, can you guys see?
Yeah, it's loading up for me. Yes, I can see it now. So
this is Zaha Hadid. She died on 2016. It's a very sad event. So this is the architecture that she did. Like for example, one of it you guys might know is one of the projects you guys might know is actually, oh my God, there's a lot of projects. Okay, let's take this as an example. So this is Abu Dhabi Performing Arts Center, and these are the images or the renders that she designed, I mean, her team designed. So all the spatial context inside are done using parametric tools. Like, you know, they put in like, okay, this space need how big is this space is and stuff like that. Then from there, they derive out design based on the parameters that have been input. So yeah, like for example, this is a stadium, you know, how many seats and what are where do they put the seats and stuff like that. All these are determined by the parameters that have been input into the tools.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
like this kind of space, you know. Yep.
Very nice. Is this actually out already?
No, this is not actually out, but I can show you one of the project is quite famous. I think everyone here who went to Korea before might know.
Oh, yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, you've been there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is one of the famous project that.
Oh yes.
Yes, this is one of the Zaha Hadid's building. So as you can see, it's like a very alien. Then there's like light projections and stuff like that, and the spatial context inside is actually very interesting. Like, you know, like stairs. There's like a lot of pillars. This kind of thing. Yeah. This is one of the projects that she's done lah. Like, you know, it's a very alien building, definitely.
Damn, Hon, thanks for sharing this with me. Because back in the days, when I saw it all in my mind, I was thinking, okay, this is cool, alien, like full stop. But now, you know, with you sharing me, I understand more about parametric design and how it all works. And definitely, I can see this in the future. This is honestly the future.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you for this session.
Hey, no, I have to thank you. Yeah. So I think that's all. You know, I have for you guys anyone who's still watching, you know, thank you for staying the whole time. But yeah, so if there's anything, feel free to reach out to me or reach out to Chan Hon here. He's gonna be commenting the resources that he used today. He's gonna be dropping in some links on the video itself. So just click on them and you can connect with him as well if you like to. Okay. Thank you guys. And thank you so much, Chan Hon. Have a
no worries.
Bye.
You too. Thank you. Bye guys.
See you soon.